Hi there and welcome to your immediate post-match reaction here on Gersnet. I say immediate, this is about the 10th take of the fucking thing because they missed their sweepy balls up there. Honestly God, we've been all around the ground trying to find a quiet spot. We're just on the other side of the wall behind the Copeland stand.
All the complaints about Rangers, they definitely know how to clean up. You know, we definitely keep a clean stadium.
Definitely at it, that guy. Wherever we went, he appeared. I'm pretty sure he was following us. He was just being a prick. Well, I'm labelling him as a prick, and that's it. So we've had to find somewhere really quiet. So we're here now. So Rangers 4, Aberdeen 1. A good day at the office overall. We'll speak about Yilmaz later on. He got his injury today, but bad start. Go 1-0 down. The boys at Lopez. I thought he gave Leon King a tough time. I thought Leon King was struggling, but he came back well. Leon King, I thought he played well. Boy deserves credit for how he recovered today because I thought he was getting a bit of a tough time early on. A really soft goal, I thought, because King's been done. He's turned him about 3 times. There's a claim for the penalty, and every Rangers player stops.
Aye.
And then the Aberdeen boy just comes in and wraps it into the net. You know what I mean? So a poor start.
It looked bad. It looked bad, Colin. And it's after everything that happened last week and against Livingston especially, and the kind of general bad feeling around about the club just now. It was basically playing into the kind of worst possible nightmare scenario. It's got down the right hand side as the goal we lost against Livy did last week, as you say. I mean, I just remember Tav standing there appealing for a penalty. When really I'm thinking, why are you not clearing the ball? And next thing, Aberdeen player just walks into the back of the net. So if you're in a mood to be knee-jerk and to be like piling it on to Rangers today, which a few people were, that would just play right into your hands. And on top of that, obviously, we'd already lost Yilmaz to the injury after about 8 minutes. So you're thinking, this is, here we go, this could be it for Gio. And the way we played back into the game, mate, was
the reaction was good. The reaction was very good. I mean, where I was when Aberdeen went 1-9 up, the toxic stuff started again, and I actually messaged my mate and I said, I think Gio's toast. I think today's the day. I think this is it, because the way this Rangers team's been playing recently, you think they're going to struggle to get back into it. But the reaction was pretty good. I think Tillman had a good part to play in the equaliser. He got put through, he ran into space and then put Ryan Kent through. He sort of made a wee bit of an arse actually. And then he got put through similar again and cut it across for Cholak to get the equaliser.
I mean, Kent has that moment where he's taking the ball and beat 5 guys and putting it in the top corner. The place starts howling. But that to me kind of summed it up. And also what Tav went on to contribute to the game, which still has his penalty miss and all that. It's not perfect, but they're playing through it. And I think, as I was saying to you earlier, mate, I think there's almost a thing where if we'd kind of swept aside, a bottom of the table team 3 or 4-0 today, it would almost have been looked like, well, that's a glitch. That's no part of the general kind of feeling of doom and gloom. They just got an easy game the other day. So for Aberdeen to come out and realise all our darkest fears for us, and Rangers to have a kind of, somebody getting half injured and then a nightmare at the goal, but to then just play their way back into the game, and by the end of it, totally dominate it. It could have been 5 or 6 easily. Was actually better, I think. It's a better statement for the players involved. It's a better statement for the manager, and it plays into the kind of counter narrative, which is, all the injuries are catching up with us, there's tiredness, maybe a hangover for last season. We shouldn't have that kind of amount of fitness problems, but listen, I used to play 5-a-sides with this guy. Doogie for the pod will tell you. There was a boy who used to play 5s was Malky. I can't remember his second name, lovely fella. And
he's lying.
I'm not.
He didn't like you, Malky.
He's a great boy. And that's what made it worse. The first few weeks, folk were saying to me, "Oh, this guy's really good." Guys that worked in this, the work game that was longer than me. This guy's really good. This guy Malky's really good. He played with us a few years ago, and I turned up and I was taking the ball off him. It was that, but I was taking the ball off him. Next week he was a bit better. Third week's a bit better. See, by the 4th or 5th week, I would have paid to watch Malky. He was just playing his way into the game, just because he wasn't going to start running about like a headless chicken. Just to look like he was trying. He was getting his game going, and I think with Tillman, even with Tav, Lundstrom, Ryan Kent, I think guys like that, they're refusing to run about kicking folk and all that, like the crowds would make it easy for them to get a good reaction from the kind of haters in the crowds. They're sticking to their game, and it's taking them time to play back into it. We're in the middle of 2 fucking Champions League group games in 6 days here, mate. You know what I mean? And for them to go out and put a performance on like that, I thought was actually fantastic, and it was better to see it. I think actually us having the wee setbacks early on, and the response was fantastic.
I mean, I think that's the big thing that's come out from today, is the reaction, the response, because I think it would have been very easy for this team to crumble today with the pressure that's on them, obviously the pressure that's on Gio. I mean, a lot of Rangers supporters out there want him gone. I'm not quite in that camp yet. I've definitely got a question mark over him, and I do wonder if he's going to be here much longer, but Given where he took us last season, I think he deserves a bit of time, so I was glad to see the reaction. And that second half performance, I would argue that's the best we've played all season. I mean, it really could have been 7 or 8-1.
It was a bit of an exhibition, actually, because of the way everything's been. I'm the same as yourself. I don't think Gio's by any man that means out of the woods yet.
No.
And it's still kind of 50-50 if he comes back after the World Cup, as far as I'm concerned. But it's never been about the manager himself, as far as I'm concerned. It's about us assessing what all the problems are that have led us to this point, because we are in the Champions League. We did get a European final last season. I keep saying this all the time. It's getting boring, but we can't get away from it. We don't want to be too rash. But the way we played today, the way we come back in, it was by the end of the game. I'm sitting there going, this could have been 5 or 6. That's one of the easiest second halves we've ever had, and yet when Tav missed the penalty to make it 4-1, to literally put it to bed.
I said for an hour, 3 each now, that's what I was thinking.
That's exactly it. And by the end of it, you're realising the only thing Aberdeen actually had in the second half was with Ben Davies going off at half time. You're thinking, Christ, we're losing centre halves like spinal tap, lose drummers. It's unbelievable. And they had a ball into the middle of the box. It was a kind of a free header on goal within about 20 seconds of the restart. I thought this could be a long second half, but it was a long second half for Aberdeen.
We played really well. Lundstrom gets us 2-1 up at half time.
That's great as well. Big Lundstrom doing it, but doubts about him. And the man responds.
He struggled this season.
And he said he's let it be known he's had this kind of injury. Same as Tav. It's not getting talked about with the management. And I think it kind of alters the perspective, it alters the optics. You're thinking these guys are actually playing with injuries, and I think Tav especially, you saw him getting caught out the second half, getting totally outpaced by a fella. One of these Aberdeen outside forwards, he couldn't catch up with him in the way he normally would in a foot race. But it actually means he's playing better when you see what he's doing going forward. He's injured and he's still doing that. He did the Galatasaray Classic. Kent pulls it back, Barras shoots to the back post, Tav nods it in. That's our captain putting his 3-1 up. We get the penalty, he hits it off the post. You're thinking, oh no, is this going to be the turning point again? It's going to go bad again. But we just kept going, and eventually, that was 5 minutes to go. I mean, Alfredo comes on. Čolak had a great game.
I thought he worked well today. I thought, there's been a bit of criticism. Čolak scores, we know Čolak scores. He's going to score every other week. It's a bit like me at the fives, but it's, what are you saying?
It's only because Malky was in your team.
Yeah, that's because Malky was in my team. But a lot of people criticise what he does outside the box. I thought what he done outside the box was really good today. And then Alfie comes on, that move, the goal that was disallowed.
Sumptuous.
Sakala deserves a mention today as well. What he done with his feet to put Morelos through was superb. I know Sakala, I said to the guy in front of me today, he's like a reincarnation of Ted McMahon. Sakala, you just don't know what he's going to do and when he's going to do it, and it can be frustrating at times and a bit wasteful with his final ball. But he's direct, he runs at players, and it causes problems. And it was a wee bit unlucky that Morelos was offside for that goal. And then he does come on and get his goal. VAR, what did you think of VAR today? Because it kicked in a couple of times. A bit slow, I thought. A bit slow, really slow.
Definitely, but it was I actually really enjoyed it with the fourth goal, because the Aberdeen fans who had a disgusting banner, oh, he's so nasty, oh God, attention seeking gets. And a few a few horrible songs today, because we are all they live for. It was lovely to then be thinking, oh, that goal's getting we're doing 4-1. Oh no, maybe it's only 3-1. Just hang about the new boys before your 15-hour trip home. It is 4-1. We've got to celebrate the goal twice. It's taking its time. It's only the second week it's in. They'll tighten that up, obviously. But I think the problem with Scottish VR is we need more cameras in the stadium. It's probably taking them longer to plot all these things, and we're not quite at Super League standards.
I think it's Peter Law saying, nah, don't give them it. And the guy's like, I'm going to give them it because it's onside. But that's just me being my paranoid self. A good day at the office all round. A wee bit more positive. Going into Ajax on Tuesday. And I know the Champions League's been it's been sore in it. A few proper kick-ins, but there's an opportunity to go in there, get a result against a top Dutch team. Famous night. Finish it, and hey, if we beat them 5 or 6. We might even get a Europa League. I'm trying to be positive, but we can finish the campaign on a positive note, and then put it to bed, get to the World Cup, and then just focus on domestic stuff.
It's perspective shifting, it's mood changing, mate, and this is how it starts. Games like today, it's that wee shift. We've still got to think Yilmaz. He just pulls up after like 8 minutes. There's nobody anywhere near him really. Just at the very point I'm thinking he's going to challenge a big, proper, sturdy Scottish outside right. He will get to see what this boy's made of, and it's like ping. He's been shot by the sniper's rifle. So something's went there. He was even touched by the player. So he's obviously got a bad injury. We're taking Ben Davies off at half time. I'm hoping to hell that's just a precaution ahead of Tuesday.
He's done that before, hasn't he?
You know? But I think we're in a situation where it's the injuries have been kind of compounding themselves. We're having to, like so Leon King, we're talking about he had a wee bad moment early on, but he's played himself back into that game after getting done with cramp. The boy's 18-year-old and he's forced to play so much more top level football, Champions League stuff than he should ever have to. You know, and I think that means we're constantly Ben Davies as well was coming back for a bit of an injury, hadn't much of a pre-season, you know, as well. So he's been pushed too far. So, but we're cobbling it together. You know, I know that we don't want them for Rangers, but in Champions League terms, we're cobbling it together and hopefully just get a point on the board Tuesday night. And hey, if we sneak a wee win. You know, I can't see Celtic getting much at the Burn, but we'll be the Scottish team with most points in the Champions League this season. You know what I mean? We're petty.
There is some positives to be had from a win on
that
Tuesday.
Does change. It sounds petty and snippy, but it will change the mood in there.
A far tougher group we've had. You know, it has been a grind, but I'm looking forward to Tuesday. One, because it's Ajax, you know, and they're a great club and got a lot of time for them. It'll be a big night. But two, because I think we can genuinely finish it on a positive, and hopefully that will be the case. So that's about all from us today. Tomorrow, Scott's on live tomorrow night at 9:30. I think it's Chris Jack and Stuart Weir who are his guests tomorrow, so tune in for that live on the YouTube at 9:30. Myself and Eck will be kicking about on Tuesday night, bringing you stuff from Ibrox for the Ajax game. I hope that I was an hour and a half getting into Glasgow from Falkirk today because there was the train strike, so hopefully the Aberdeen fans have got a right good few hours in front of them, because that'll be a right get it right up them. Anyway, right, is that us?
Bye for now.